Welcome back to Dungeons and Chronics Kitchen. This is another recipe from the Elder Scrolls official cookbook. It's the apple cobbler. I'm sure you guys can see that. That's the ingredients. Here's the instruction. It's on page 149 if you have the book. I'll put the recipe up in the description. Somebody told me that I should start doing that, so I'll do that for you guys. So this is to me, it's a pretty quick and easy recipe, and it's very tasty. It's good, I mean, for breakfast, lunch, with coffee, tea, milk. These are some of the ingredients you need. You need about 6 nice apples. We got Little Red and some Little Gallus, grown in New York. Okay, so we're gonna need some cornstarch, some sugar. In here I got oats, and in here I got some flour, some baking powder, cinnamon, ground clove, mace, grains of paradise. If you don't have grains of paradise, you could substitute that for some black pepper, cardamom, and these herbs are for later. So one of the ingredients this asks for is North spice. And here are the ingredients. This is on page 23 if you have the book. So I already have some North spice made, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do that because it's really quick. It asks for some ground cardamom, and I did have some, but I just didn't look for it. So, you know, I used my little thing and I grounded it here. So we're gonna do the North spice real quick. So it's 1.5 tablespoons of ground cardamom, which I already got in here grounded. 3/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Let's put the cinnamon in real quick. So 3/4 cinnamon. Next ingredient for the North spice is 1/4 teaspoon of ground mace. This I had to order online. You know, the ground mace I couldn't find in my local grocery store, and also the grains of paradise. 1/4 ground mace, got that in there. Let's see what's the next ingredient. Happy 420, how everybody's doing. I hope everyone's enjoying themselves. 1/4 teaspoon of ground clove. Ground clove. You know, I never knew how versatile or that you could use ground clove and other stuff. I only seen it used in ham. And this some kind of candy rice my mother used to make. or 1/4 ground clove. And I know it's Mother's Day soon. I want to give a shout out to all the mothers out there. You know, it's because of my mother that I know how to cook. And 1/8 teaspoon of grains of paradise. And like I said, if you don't have this, I ordered online. You know, let me see if you guys can see that. I don't know if it's focused or not. And like I said, if you don't have grains of paradise, just substitute that for a pepper. See, I already have some grounded. Those ain't grounded, so we're gonna use it from here. There you go, and you mix that in. And there you go, your North spice. You know, and like I said before in my cooking videos, you know, this is really optional. It gives it a lot more flavor, but it's really optional. You know, the other ingredients I would add, but the North spice is optional. And there you go, some more North spice. So let's get to the real business here, which is the apple cobbler. Okay, for the filling, it asks for 3/4 cups of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 teaspoons of North spice, which we just finished making, and 5 to 6 medium honey crisp apples. As you see, I got the little reds and the little galas. Sliced, cored, and peeled, cored, and sliced into wedges. So we're gonna peel our apples. I'm gonna stop the video right here. We'll be right back. I'm gonna peel these apples real quick and get on with the program. All right, I just wanted to show you, we got our 6 apples peeled. I just wanted to show you something real quick, because I did it by hand the day I did it, and I got this little tool here, and I think this thing is, I can't see if I'm in frame. I think this thing is the coolest. Cut into wedges and cord at the same time. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna do one more, then I'll do them all, and just make sure you get it centered. Ah, this thing is the best. Zip the modern way. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest. We'll be right back. There you go. Peeled, cored, and sliced into wedges. And with these apple cores, if you know history of the world, you don't have to get rid of them. You could just sell them. Fresh apple cores. Okay, so like I said, for the filling, we got 3/4 cups brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and 2 teaspoons of North spice. So we're gonna add that in. Brown sugar. Side for now. I want you guys to see this. The brown sugar, North spice, 2 teaspoons. And 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Cornstarch. We're gonna shift this a little bit. Blend it real good, and then we're gonna add it to our apples. Woo! The aroma coming out of this is unbelievable. So, like I always tell you guys, when it comes to cooking or crafting, when it's crafting, I always plug in my glue gun, and when I'm cooking, I always preheat the oven. So my oven is already preheated to 375. We're gonna mix this with the apples. You know, I would do this better like in a muffin tray, you know, just scoop some in the muffin tray, but I don't have it, so that's why I'm using that casserole dish. It says to use a 9-inch by 13-inch baking dish, but like I said, I don't have it, so I'm using that. Stir to make sure the apples are completely coated. Set aside while you make the toppings. So we're gonna add this real quick to our apples. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing, commenting, subscribing. I see I got a few more subscribers since my birthday. I appreciate you guys. Let's bunch them up a little closer. You know, like I always said, the best tool in the kitchen is your mitts. Can't go wrong with a good pair of hands. So we're gonna make sure all our apples is nice and covered in this sugary cardamom. Oh my goodness. And now that it's mixed in with the apples, it's even, I could eat this just like this. I swear. But this is good. This is good like for a little quick breakfast snack. Like I said, for lunch, for dessert. You know, I had it with coffee, tea. I hope you guys can see that because I'm not sure if I'm even focused. So there you go, nice and covered. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. We're gonna set this aside and start the topping. So for the topping, it asks for 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I keep it in this little sugar thing. 1 cup. And 1/2 flour. Then it says 1 cup of raw oats. I just used the regular oatmeal that I had in the cupboard. Just put a little more. There you go. and half a cup of sugar. Sugar. A little bit more. Excuse me. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Baking powder, not baking soda. Otherwise you have muffins coming out of your nose. Tell me where that's from. Make sure 1 tablespoon. Baking powder. And 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter, which is about a stick. And a cup of buttermilk. Last time I didn't have buttermilk and I used regular milk. Okay, let's close this up real quick. We're gonna add a stick of butter. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're gonna put a whole stick of butter. I suggest you leave the butter at room temperature. They don't say to melt the butter. But I'll leave it at room temperature. And what are we gonna add? 1 cup of buttermilk. Buttermilk. When I show you this, I'm not, promoting anything. I'm just showing you what I use. Open this up and 1 cup. Oh, I never used buttermilk in anything before. It's nice and creamy. And like I said, the last time I did this, I used regular milk. It's nice and creamy. Oh, it smells like yogurt. That's what it smells like to me. Make sure your hands are nice and clean, because this part is a little messy. I should have chopped up the butter first. There we go. We're almost done. If you can use buttermilk, I suggest you do. I haven't finished, but the flavor and the aroma of the buttermilk, it's just, I don't know. I know it's gonna come out better. But if you do use buttermilk, I suggest you use a little more than a cup, and because the regular milk is more liquidy, and that's more like a thickness, consistency of yogurt, maybe a little waterier than yogurt, but it's definitely a lot thicker than milk. So I suggest maybe just a little bit more than a cup. So we're gonna add this to our apples and put it in the oven. So it says to dollop this on top with like a spoon. So that's what we're gonna do. Try to have them a little closer together. Put a little dollop here, dollop there. Do a dollop, but this ain't Daisy. You're no Daisy at all. Yeah, you'll hear a lot of movie quotes from me. I'm not a movie buff, but yeah. So we just dollop this on, and I'm gonna try to spread it out as even as I could. That's why I say if I'm gonna get me like a muffin tray, one of those non-stick muffin pans. And I would do this like in individual little muffin things. Try to get the rest of this in there. I'm here with Chronics, some of that toe beet. Spread this out a little bit. Try to get all the apples covered somehow or another. I'm not the best at this, plus I'm working with one hand over here. So I'm holding my friend Chronics with the other hand. Yeah, I met Chronics before, my young green dragon. All right, we're gonna put this at the oven for 350 for about 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. And we'll be right back. There you go, finished product. This is apple cobbler per the Elder Scrolls cookbook. Try to cut a little piece out. Yeah, I was supposed to put some butter or parchment paper because this is not a non-stick pan, and the last time I made it stuck a little bit to it. I should have just took it from this side, but I want this little piece right here. Let's see if I could take this out without destroying the whole thing. Yep. Yeah, this was better than the last time. Ooh, this thing is steaming. It's just fresh out of the oven. Don't waste nothing here. Taste. This is with, I don't know if you guys can see that, with a little bit of apple. Pretty good. Look at it. 8 out of 10, I don't know. I like it. Dungeons & Chronics, Apple Cobbler, Elder Scrolls Cookbook. Enjoy. Get the cooking.